So I'm going to do a story time. So I met this man off a dating site. Everything was going wonderful until I caught chlamydia from him. Very embarrassing moment in my life. He had sex with a girl that was actually 10 minutes down the road before he went to the field. And he was in the field, he said, for about a week and a half. Well, out of that week and a half, me and him were talking on Snapchat. And we met in person. And I felt comfortable with him. And before he came to visit, first meetup, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I said yes. Already in a relationship, because I told him I don't have sex unless I'm in a relationship with somebody. And it took him a while to ask me to be in a relationship with him. So when he did, and we met, I didn't do anything when he first walked in my door. And we went out. Well, when we went out, I got a little bit drunk. Stuff happened. And then the next morning, we were perfectly fine. A few days later, I started being on fire. I called urgent care, asked urgent care, can they see me? I had to make an appointment. So their appointment was a little further along in the book, so I had to wait a few days. Well, those few days, he was here, and he was wanting it from me, and I kept telling him, no, I'm burning, I'm hurt, there's something wrong down there. He didn't want to hear it, did not want to hear it, and got on his phone while he's in my bed, talking to all these girls, telling them I find you so attractive, and I'm going to tell you right now, the girls he follows are supermodels or models or fitness models and stuff like that. That's the girls he follows. And I got mad. I told him I don't want that to happen, and that shit needs to stop. If you want to be part of my life, that shit needs to stop. I'm the only girl that you should be talking to like that, and you don't even tell me how you find me attractive, how you think I'm good looking and shit like that. You don't. I said, our very first time of being together, you got shit-faced. You threw up. And within almost month 2, the motherfucker pisses my bed. Because he got drunk. I even woke him up. Because I was almost asleep. I started hearing fluid like water. And I started getting wet. I woke him up, and he goes, bitch, leave me alone. I said, I'm not a bitch. I said, you're a bitch. You're pissing my bed. Now get up. He didn't get up. He pulled the blankets back over and went right back to sleep. Continue on peeing my bed. I shook him like 4 times, and he didn't get up. Peed my bed. Now, meanwhile, this bed was given to me by my mom because I couldn't afford a $400 bed. I've lost 900 square foot of my furniture, my household goods when I moved from my divorce. My ex-husband didn't find a good moving company. He just went on the internet, found the cheapest place, and I moved in my apartment, called them. They're like, we're going to find your stuff. We'll call you. And that's about it. Now, 3 years later, still didn't get my stuff. But anyway, I ain't pissed about that. I sat there and told him, you're going to buy me a new bed. And he goes, okay, I will. Still, no new bed. I am going to call the tax people and get him for tax fraud, because he claimed me on his taxes for all last year and the year before that, only 6 months worth. And he claims all the money he gets he spends on me, but reality, I don't go out drinking every weekend. if I go out with him, I'll have 1 or 2 beers. You want to know why? Because I had to be the adult babysitter for a drunken boyfriend. You want to know why? Because he left his wallet, or he leaves his cell phone, or his cell phone charger, or he'll think he lost his ID at one place, and I had to call that place. It was a mess. And then, that's every weekend. Every weekend. Since October 19th of 2021. He even thought he left his ID at 6th Street when we first got together. I really wasn't drinking till it got towards the end of the night. It's when I started drinking. But I don't drink. I'm a recovered alcoholic. I haven't drank the way he does in almost 14 years. By July 4th will be 14 years. But I had to, he's peed my bed 4 different occasions. I can't flip my mattress because the type of mattress I have. I can't rotate it anymore because he peed on top and bottom. The last time he peed my bed, he didn't even want to tell me. He wakes me up and he goes, "Babe, where's the stuff to clean with?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" This motherfucker thinks just because he's Russian, he can drink vodka. No, he can't. When he drinks vodka, he does a 180, gets physical, gets verbal, mental, and emotional abuse towards me. I've been choked out by this motherfucker. Not once, not 4 times, but 5 times when he drinks vodka. So I said there's no more vodka allowed in my apartment. So he stick to White Claws. Yes, he is a very good guy when he's not drinking. But when he starts drinking vodka, Fireball, anything that's hardcore, nah, you don't want to be around him. I've had some of his friends tell me when he drinks, he's a total different person, and we really don't like him when he drinks. He's fun to hang out with when he's sober, but when he drinks, we don't want to hang out with him. I've had numerous of friends. But also when last November, he told me he was going to go see his dad just for 2 weeks. Just 2 weeks. I'll be gone just for 2 weeks. I was like, okay, love you. See you when you get back. He left November 12th. Now, November 25th, Thanksgiving Day, or actually to me it was Thanksgiving night, he calls me up. "I need to get something off my chest. I've been holding it, and I don't want to lose you. I don't want nothing to happen between us." I was like, okay, what is it? I'm thinking the worst, because I've already had problems with him talking to other women. I've had to bring a woman in my house because he told a woman that he woke up hard. "Do you want a video chat?" Got busted with that. Got busted of lying about going to a strip club. Got busted that he made 2 dating apps. This was back in December when we first got together. Talked to an escort. Was going to pay $150 to an escort, but the escort didn't say where to meet him, so he didn't do that. I've also found it in his phone previous here at Fort Hood that he was going to pay to have sex with another woman, to pay an escort. He tells me on Thanksgiving last year that he had orders for Hawaii. I said, "When did you get them?" He goes, "In September." I was like, "And why didn't you tell me when you got them? We could have figured out everything together." "Because I wasn't ready to get married." I said, "I understand that. You could have told me. We could have figured something out." But he didn't. He had to wait until November 25th to tell me, or whatever day Thanksgiving is, because I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, that he had orders for Hawaii. Well, December 18th was his report date. Do you think that if you're dating somebody, and you claim you love them, you claim you don't want to ever let them go or let them be with another person, and see how much happier she is and stuff like that, don't you think that you would spend at least a little bit more time with that person before you go see your dad? No, not his brain. This man doesn't have he lacks in communications. Communication sucks. Because there's times that I will write him, I'm in class. How in the hell am I supposed to know you're in class? Or, I'm really busy. How in the hell am I supposed to know you're really busy? Or, I can't talk right now. How in the hell am I supposed to know? You don't tell me what you're doing. And this is how bad his communication sucks. He'd rather talk to Ryan, Tyler, or a girl named Mel so much that all three of them will blow up his phone. All three of them will blow up his phone. But when I do it, for heaven forbid, he's busy. But I was paying for an app my whole entire relationship with him to track, to see who's talking to him, what phone calls, text messages, and Facebook messages, and all this other crap. Right? Right. So, he was doing all that. And I got mad because I would say good morning and nothing back. But he's online. Shows that he's online on Facebook Messenger. And I go to my app, and it shows that he's talking to Ryan. But I'm sorry. I would not classify as Ryan as a friend to him. You want to know why? Here's a story. Back when he was in New York visiting his dad, supposedly just his dad, very first time him and Ryan go out to a bar, Ryan leaves, gets in a car with a complete stranger. That's a guy. What man gets in a car from a bar to jump in a car with a complete stranger? That's a guy. Mystery. I smell something fishy. He calls me, complains about it. Then, another weekend, Ryan and Phil invite him to go to a concert. They didn't check to see if the concert was still on because of the weather. No, they get there and they find out the concert's canceled. Pretty stupid. Sorry, if I was in New York and it was snowing and it was blizzarding, I'd be checking to see if there's a concert still going on. Common sense. Then, I guess Ryan got invited from another girl from their school, but he really doesn't know her, he claims. They go to a house party. Well, within 10 minutes of him being there, because of his arrogant asshole, body shaming women, he loves doing that, especially girls that are big. Oh, man. He did it to my grandmother. He did it to a girl on Facebook. His phone was being blown up. I didn't know what the fuck was going on because I was asleep. But anyway, they get to a house party. Within 10 minutes, the girl's boyfriend, because it's the girl's house or apartment, whatever it is, tells him, you gotta go. He calls me up, crying and everything like this. I got kicked out of a house party. I don't know what to do right now. Is there any way you can contact Ryan on Facebook to see if I could get my backpack? My battery life on my phone's at 12%. Blah, 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 blah. Contact Ryan? No answer. I told him, called him back. Ryan's not answering me. Oh, do you have Phil's Facebook? No, I don't. Okay, whatever. And then calls me back. I got in an Uber. I'm going home. I was like, okay, let me know when you get home. Okay. A few hours later, he contacts me. I got home. I'm going to lay down. I'm going to go to bed. We video chatted, actually. I'm going to lay down, go to bed. Okay. And then he tells me, hey, Ryan's gonna take me out to a bar, and it's just me and him. I was like, yeah, well, what happened the last 2 times you went out with him? First time, he left you, got in a car with a complete stranger. Second time, left you in the cold without your backpack, without your battery to your phone, your rechargeable battery, your whatever it is, portable, whatever. Left you in the cold, didn't answer any of your messages or phone calls, and now you're gonna go to a bar with him? Why? Oh, he's my friend. I've known him for 10 years. I'm like, yeah, well, those 10 years ago, he's not the same person that he was 10 years later. I don't hang out with anybody I know. There's only 2 fucking people, Michael and Kayla, I fucking talk to that are 23 years relationship of friendship. I can tell you right now, I've been to a house party with me and Mike at high school. If I had a mouth, I still do. I don't give a rat's patootie if my non-filter hurts your feelings. If you cannot handle something, then do not dish it out to somebody else. Keep your mouth closed. Then you won't have to hear my non-filter mouth. But anyway, I sat there, told him, whatever. I said, I don't want to hear it if something happens. Kid you not, while he's inside the bar. Oh, you won't believe what Ryan did. And he calls me, video calls me. No, audio from Facebook. Man, you won't believe what Ryan did. I'm like, what? I said, I don't want to hear it. Of course, he's drunk. He doesn't care. Sounds very common to me. Calls me up. Oh, Ryan invited the girl that owned the house and her boyfriend to the bar. I was like, and you're shocked? Why? I'm uncomfortable. The guy didn't even want to shake my hand and accept my apology. She didn't want to accept my apology. I said, then go home. It's cheaper to drink at home than it is in a bar. Yeah, you're right. So he went home. Calls me the next day. Man, Ryan pissed me off. I was like, then stop talking to him. Plain and simple. It's all you gotta do. Stop talking to him. Now, meanwhile, I dug through his Facebook messages. He claims he's straight. But why would a straight man send a gay guy pictures of his hot dog to different men? Different names on Facebook Messenger. Yeah. I mean, this man spends a lot of time on his hair, more than I do. I just brush it and go. Spends more time on looking at himself in the mirror. I mean, he flexes so hard in the mirror, and he claims, oh, I'm trying to build my fitness pages. I'm going to use my Facebook as a fitness Facebook. I'm going to use my Instagram, my TikTok. Well, first of all, you want to do that, you need to quit the amount of alcohol you're intaking. You're 26 years old. By the time you're 30, your liver and kidneys are going to shut down. I was only drinking a short period of time. I haven't drank like he does. And I'm not joking. As soon as he turned, I think he said it was after he turned 21, when he got back to the States from his deployment, that he started drinking. So basically, almost 6 years now of hardcore drinking. And when I mean hardcore, vodka, Fireball, whiskey, that type of hardcore drinking. Now, don't get me wrong, I was into hardcore drinking, but it wasn't because I liked it. I lost my grandfather, my best friend, my only father figure, and the drinking started before that. I was a teen parent. I didn't have a teen life. I didn't have my early 20s free life. So I didn't go out to bars. I didn't do any of that. So I asked my mom. It wasn't for drinking. I gave my mom temporary guardianship because my daughter's medical insurance for her health problems wasn't covering everything. So I asked my mom, can you take my daughter for temporary guardianship so she can have TRICARE? So her medical stuff can be taken care of. My mom said yes. Well, my mom knew that I didn't have a teen life and I didn't have a early 20s life. So the weekends, or when the bar was open, basically from Wednesday till Saturday night, I was at the bar every night drinking. And I was putting away alcohol. When I say alcohol, I would have 4 shots of Four Horsemen, 4 shots of chocolate cake, 24 pack of Budweiser, my favorite beer if I ever drink. Then 19 double shots of F that B. And double shots was vodka. Main ingredient was vodka. So I did that, and that was from 2006 until I got pregnant with my son of 2009. When I found out, it was December, a little bit past my birthday. Yep, I quit cold turkey. Now, this man has drank more than I do. I mean, he's deployed right now, and he's still drinking. I got a video call of him drunk off his butt, slurring his words, and crying. Then he talks about his dad, on how he doesn't want to disappoint his dad and all this crap. Well, I'm sorry. This man has problems. He has no common sense. I have video evidence of him raping me. I have video evidence of him choking me on 5 different times because his dumbass put cameras in my apartment, not knowing that when you start arguing with me, I'm going to record. And yes, I record everything. I was with him for a year and 2 months. So yes, I recorded everything. And then I screenshotted some of the stuff. I also have evidence of him going to my daughter's things at my mom's house, and he took a picture of a picture. So you know those little cameras that come in different colors that put out a Polaroid? Yeah, my daughter, 16, took a picture of her tatas, and then he took a picture, and then a week later, I'm going through his phone. I'm like, why do you have a picture of my daughter's boobs? Oh, I was going to show you. I was like, I already knew she had that. I knew before me and you got together. I talked to her about it. I asked her why'd she take it. She's like, oh, I was going to give it to my boyfriend, but then I said no. So I just kept it. I was like, okay. Why do you have pictures? I was going to show you. I said, you don't need to show me what my daughter has in her room. I already know what she has in her room because I clean her room all the time. I'm her mom. I know what to expect from this child. You don't need to come to me about what my daughter did. And he kept the picture for the longest time. Till I got pissed off and I deleted it out of his phone. But I did take evidence of it. Smart. That's common sense. So, this man's name is Andrey Drozdov. Andrey Drozdov. He does have Facebook. He does have Instagram. he does have a TikTok, and he has a YouTube. So I'm gonna make as many videos as I can to get my stuff out there. I'm going to video every day. This man tells me he wants somebody that doesn't have kids so he can have his own. And then he tells me, oh, back in December 6th, I found out I was 57 days pregnant. Now, I had my tubes tied. My left tube came untied. And I had to go into the hospital because I was in excruciating, when I say excruciating pain, it literally felt like somebody was stabbing me over in the same spot. Like they'll pull out the knife and then place it back in. Numerous times. I couldn't take the pain. Tylenol, Motrin, ibuprofen, none of it was working. And I would double up because I have a high tolerance of painkillers because my whole pregnancy I was on Percocets and hydrocodone. So just for a migraine, I'd have to take 1,600 milligrams of ibuprofen. That's 800 milligrams of ibuprofen. I'm little, like height and weight-wise. And my doctors always tell me, why do you do it? Because that's what it takes to get rid of my migraine. Nothing was working. So I had a friend bring me in. She dropped me off. And as soon as I'm ready to go, I left. I called her. She came and got me. Because she was out doing Ubering. Well, what happened was I went in, told the doctors. They did a ultrasound, couldn't find nothing. Then they had to do a vaginal ultrasound, and then they found it. And then they're like, well, my very first options is can we place it into my uterus? And they're like, no, because on how far you are, it's already attached to your tube, your fallopian tube, and if we detach it, it's going to die automatically. If you keep it, your fallopian tube will burst and you and the baby will die. So there's only 3 options. I'll let them detach it, let the baby die, or I keep it, I die and the baby dies, or they make me have a miscarriage. So I choose option 3, make me have a miscarriage. I had to do that all in one night. And after that, I had to have the following day, I had to have a DNC. If nobody knows what a DNC is, it's basically going in, if you have an abortion, to go in and to have a vacuum that sucks up everything. Body parts, like abortion. But there really wasn't that many body parts because I was only 57 days pregnant. And I did lab work to find out what the sex was before all of it. Found out it was a boy. When I found out, he was in New York having fun with his piece of shit friends. And I was trying to get his attention. I was like, I have news. I need to talk to you. Not now, I'm busy. Or the soccer game is on. Or something else.